Hey everyone, welcome to Jessident Evil Village. It's me, Jess, the Deputy Mayor of Raccoon City, and I am so glad you could be here today for a game that I'm excited to hop back into. We just started Resident Evil Village in our last playthrough. We got to know Ethan Winters. We got to know this spooky, vaguely Eastern European country that we seem to be trapped in that's full of storybook monsters. And we were on our way to meet Lady Dimitrescu. I can't exactly pronounce that name. I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. We will call her Tall Vampire Lady for now. And we're in her mansion slash castle slash haunted spooky place. And who knows what's going to happen next. So glad you could join me. Good to see you, Pickled Dog, and see Matawi. Grayson, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate it. I won't stall any longer. It's a haunted Airbnb. That's exactly what it is. Let's hop right in. There we go. That looks like Resident Evil Village to me. I'll just pull up my chat overlay so I can keep up with everything that's going on in the channel as I play. There it is. Looking good. And we will just continue from the typewriter that we left off at. Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu. I'll get this. Just stick with me. Dimitrescu. Got it. Press F to pay respects and continue. All right. Here we are. Oh, look, this lovely little diorama of a castle here that I just buzzed right past last time. That's truly impressive. Oh, wait. How do I examine? I don't understand. It says press F to examine, but pressing F is bringing up my inventory. Hey, Zach Maddox, good to see you. Good day, good evening, happy Sunday. Hope you're well. How do I make this thing go? Q and E, allegedly. Huh. Looks like there's a hole for something spherical. Excellent. I'll keep my eyes open for spheres. It means you need to use an item. I don't think I have anything that's a sphere at the moment. Let's see here. Q and E is not taking me through, so yeah, only quest items will show up for now. Ooh, what have we here? Ooh, labyrinths. Branded a heretic in his homeland. Typical. 4 labyrinths. The castle, the house on the hill, the water wheel, and the iron tower. On their completion, he put a gun to his temple and took his own life. Like a true Disney Imagineer. Each labyrinth is unique and requires its own specially crafted metal ball to operate. Oh, interesting. Okay, that checks out, Zach Mac. That makes perfect sense. Just stick your skull in it. Yeah, Ethan's skull probably has a perfect sphere. That makes sense. Mouse is acting all laggy and weird. I hate my mouse right now. I have a Razer Basilisk wireless mouse, and it is the worst. Just the absolute worst mouse. Connectivity problems left and right. Razer, if you're out there and want to sponsor my stream, I'm happy to take all that back and say nice things about your mouse, but for now, I only have hatred in my heart for your product. Okay. Looks like the stairs are where it wants us to go. So if you're just joining us, we have a missing baby all over again. Hey, thank you for the follow, JR Josh Q. Glad you could be here. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the crew. You're here just in time. We're going to get through this big ominous door at the top of a staircase. Or are we? Well, nothing to see in this castle, I guess. False alarm, everybody. So many missing babies. Yeah, we have a missing baby situation yet again, like we did in Gabriel Knight. This missing baby seems to be a more pressing concern for Ethan. That's true. We're here because we suspect a baby may be here, not that we've been given any indication our baby may be here. I'll pull one of those to open the door. That'd be very good. Well, so far this castle isn't working out, gang. I'll just keep repeating the same actions over and over again. Oh, wait. I was sworn that was locked earlier. Right now, we're just breaking and entering with no good reason. Just on a hunch. A baby hunch. Classic baby hunch. You know, true detectives work on hunches. I learned that from the show True Detective. 3 daughters, Bella, Cassandra, and Daniela. Great. Looks sinister. Oh, is this the big door? Oh, wow, there's a porculus there. Is there a game version of the movie Labyrinth? Yes, there is a LucasArts point-and-click adventure that predates Maniac Mansion based on Labyrinth. Am I right? I'm not confusing Dark Crystal and Labyrinth, am I? I'm almost certain. Yeah, there's a LucasArts game, adventure game based on Labyrinth. Work boots, you say? Nothing happens. Curious. That's the way I came in. Okay, I think we've explored what we can explore here. Let's go into... It's locked from the other side. Ding dang it. What does this game want from me? All right, mouse dying again. Everything going great, just as designed. Was there something in here I missed? Nothing that I seem to be able to do anything with. Delivery of 1 male, 3 females. Meeting with Mistress Dimitrescu, the Duke. Business options. Great. There's the itinerary. Is there anything else down here that I missed? Right now, I think this was our only way. That's true. Maybe this is now a Lost Baby channel. Maybe that's all we stream. Games about lost babies. I'm not going to find my baby going around in circles like this, though, so something's got to give. Still locked from the other side. Oh. There we go. Well, you know, from here on out, I feel like Ethan gets anything he deserves. He just came into this house all willy-nilly, all nimbly-bimbly, and just starts breaking stuff. He's like broken the Willy Wonka rule now. He's come in as a guest, and he's betrayed the trust of his hosts. What did I just pick up? What were those rings? Were they mines? I guess they were probably mines. Okay, well, now that I have this out, I'm just going to start slashing at things. Hope that makes a difference. Oh, gunpowder. That's right. I bet it's gunpowder to make more ammo with. Crafting supplies. Okay, why can't I figure out the way forward? What am I missing? Just slash up a painting. Again, just being the literal worst is what Ethan likes to do. Oh, man. Okay. Nothing in there. Just destroying some furniture. Ethan style. Oh, wow, really? Anthony, you got stuck at this spot, too. Did you ever get past it? Or was this the end? If anyone has a hint, I'm willing to take it. Certainly. As always. There's nothing else in here. I don't guess. Grayson, this is a very good question. How do video game players, or characters rather, know that something's locked from the other side? They always seem so confident in it. Never played it again. This is the section just ruined Resident Evil Village for you. I get it. This is kind of frustrating. I feel like this isn't a puzzle so much as there's something obvious I'm not finding. Yeah, I really don't know. Yeah, if anyone out there has a tip, please feel free to share. I should just start shooting my way through the house. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe, like is so often the case, guns are the answer to all of our problems. Ooh, Mask the Angel's blind, I guess? Oh. Oh, wait.
For Rose.
Uh-oh.
Man blood.
Okay, I think I figured it out. You had to try to leave to trigger it. That seems like questionable design.
Mother, I bring you fresh prey.
You are so kind to me, daughters.
Here she is.
Now, let's take a look at him. Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you?
Yes.
Let's see how special you are.
Yes, Mother.
Yes, Mother.
Uh-oh. Oh, that hand's having a rough day.
Starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man-flesh quickly, Mother.
I am the one who captured him.
Now, daughters. First, I must inform Mother Miranda. But later, well, there will be enough for everyone. Put him up.
Hey, wait.
Poor Ethan.
Oh, be careful what you wish for, Ethan Winters.
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, the daughters are great. Okay, well, we've done it. We've made progress. Now I just need to get down. At the moment, we're in a tough jam. No castle is large enough for her. Yeah, if I were commissioning this castle, I would make sure it fit me. Maybe she inherited it from a person of normal stature. Well, moving around doesn't seem to be...
I gotta get out of here before they come back.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But you're going to have to... throw yourself in the fire. Yeah, it's not letting me swing or anything as far as I can tell. No. No movement so far. There's my increasingly buggered up hand. No. Oh, Ethan. No. Why would you do it that way? After you had one free. Grapple away, always.
You crazy witches.
Ooh, fire poker. You gotta hand it to Ethan, please. Oh yeah, there you go. I bet that's witch hazel. Alright, well great. We're down. Everything's going well. Warm up by the fire. That seems like something we should be able to interact with, but apparently can't. Oh, crimson glass. The treasure. I'm guessing we can sell treasures to the Duke, the kick-ass Duke. Oh man, no, Zachmatic, I think that you have cracked the code on this. Oh man, put on the gloves, Ethan. Put on the awesome gloves. Ethan with opera gloves is the Ethan I want to see. An easy to pick lock. I have to brag about it. I guess I don't have any lock picks. What have we here? Okay, that looks like a potential means of egress. We might come back to that after we explore the room more thoroughly. Oh, it's locked from the other side too. I'm always on the wrong side. Okay, that might be all that's in this room. Okay. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, by the way. Hope you're having a terrific Sunday. I've been on the road all day, traveling around, coming back from seeing family, dead exhausted, but really wanted to play some Resident Evil, so here I am. Sweet. Uh-oh. Apply a landmine. I just did something. It might be time to landmine something. Okay, let's look over. Yar. Sweet, rusted scrap. You know I want it. Oh, he's doing that thing video game characters do sometime where they edge through a tight spot. He's doing it like Lara Croft reboot style. And some chem fluids, you say? Shimmy, shimmy. That's what you get for messing up my hands. Now it's personal. We'll take all your crystal fragments. Good luck aligning your chakras now. Uh-oh. Interesting tombstones. That one looks like it needs 3 batteries. That one looks like it needs 1 battery. 4 batteries. And okay. I guess we... Oh, wait. Is this an inscription that tells me anything? Angel of Sadness. Weeps alone in a deep, dark place. Angel of Anger. Looks down on... Enraged from on high. Angel of Happiness. Angel of Pleasure. Appreciates art. Let's see. So, Angel of Darkness weeps alone in a deep, dark place. Maybe that's the angel I just encountered. Let's see here if we can just put this in there. Can't use that here. Great. Well, now we know. Okay, Ethan. Let's see what else there is to see. As a rule, I don't trust suits of armor in games like this. They could come to life at any moment. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Nice work, Ethan. Oh, wait. So really, we just worked our way back here, huh? Well, now, Anthony, my goal is to make you feel dumb, so... Bad news for you. We all know how good I am at video games, so this should be child's play. Just so happens video games are my specialty. So's breaking shit in people's houses. My other specialty. That's a pretty good manacle. That's where I found that stuff. Okay. This actually could save again. That couldn't hurt.
Oh, we meet again.
Duke? Why are you here?
Where there's coin to be made. And have you found your daughter?
Yes.
If she is truly here, the lady of the castle would have kept little Rose in her private chambers, would she not?
Dimitrescu?
The very same. Why don't you take a look? Maybe you'll get lucky. And speaking of looking, care to make a purchase?
Hey, Rabbi Len. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
As you wish.
Can I sell things? How do I do that?
I've gotten some new stock.
Great. Sell items. There we go. Okay, I'm guessing that all of these sorts of items, the treasures, are just good to sell. We aren't going to need any of those, right? Keep our ammo and our other good stuff like that, but let's dump these treasures. And then, okay. No. Oh, wait, yeah, I guess trade for lay is money.
As always, a trustworthy, fair exchange.
You find any meats, don't sell them. Thank you.
New items for you, Mr. Winters.
Air triggers. How much money do I have? 76. So I could theoretically do some upgradery. Ooh, I'm afraid to spend yet, which is always my position.
Let me know if you find anything else of value
in any game like this. So right now, oh, thank you, Zachmatic, for the hint. We got Maroon Eye going now. This love has taken its toll. This doesn't feel like what I'm supposed to do here. What will I want meats for later, if I can ask? Assuming it isn't a meat-related spoiler. A meat spoiler, if you will. A spoiled meat. Then this is just right back here. Manacle. Hooks I used to be hanging from. Upgrades. I assume that's how you upgrade your human body, is just adding additional meats to it. Just like in roll-up. Hello? Okay, that's that door. This is where we need to be. New stuff. New things to interact with, new drawers to open. It's a world of possibility at our fingertips. Appears to be full of blood. That's right. Arby's has the meats IRL, but there's clearly no Arby's location anywhere around Ethan Winters. So he has to make do with what he can. Sweet. Bunch of money in that pot. Alright. If I were a giant vampire lady, and I wish I were, I would live upstairs at my cool vampire mansion. Arby's, we have the hand meats. That checks, that tracks. Wine room, you say? I assume they didn't drink wine. Okay. Ooh. Uses this legendary yet peculiar technique to enrich the wine using maiden's blood. You wouldn't think you'd want to write that down. Some sort of gravy boat, eh? Hey, if I put my family photo there, it'll manifest my daughter. We're never going to get Rose back at this rate. Alright, wine room, not exciting. Let's go this way. Arby's. Take it this is one big loopity-loop. Free gunpowder. Locked from the other side, you say? Okay. Keep going. We got this. Oh. This looks like I know what to do. We finally done it. Oh no, Tom, good to see you. Glad you could be here. You've redeemed classes in session. That is our redemption where I read off a recommendation from my class I used to teach, and I still teach occasionally. I'll teach it again someday, certainly. Politics of the Undead. It is one of my favorite courses. Let's see here if I can pull up the reading list to give you guys a recommendation for a great piece of scholarship about undead creatures. So let's see now. How about everyone go out and read Patterson's Cannibalizing Gender and Genre, a feminist revision of Romero's zombie films, looking at themes of gender as depicted in the films of George Romero. I nearly said John Romero because, you know, that's where my head's at. I'm in video game mode. But everyone go check out that piece by Patterson. Really good stuff if you enjoy thinking about gender and the undead. All right, we did it. Oh, no. Oh! No!
I haven't cut open a man in a while.
Yeah, me either.
Let me string you up, slice your jugular, and just watch. Taken alive, dead, which would you prefer?
I guess alive. Oh, I hate this.
Not bad.
Fuck.
Yes, that indeed. Okay. Hey, buzz off, lady. Buzz off. Ooh, great place to lounge. Where are you? At least she's laughing at my jokes. Me either. Oh, man. This is kind of terrifying. Nothing in the lounge. Set the chase.
How's it feel?
Not great. Here, will a photo of my family help at all? No?
That's perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Mother said stale, but I think you're delicious.
Oh, thank you. She's still behind me? Oh, she is. I don't know what to do. This is very stressful. Oh, no. Oh, this is awful with headphones
you look
on.
wonderful mounted in our hall.
Well, thank you. She seems to coalesce around this door.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Oh no, I didn't see her coming. Ugh, I hate bug people in these sorts of scenarios. And people that are made out of bugs are always double creepy in games. I can't tell if I'm supposed to be killing her or fleeing her.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not doing great, I feel like. Okay. There really isn't anywhere else to go, is there?
Oh, so scary.
She's great. Like I'm just burning through a ton of ammo and not accomplishing anything. There's nothing in this room, but I can't find a way to go anywhere else. Rain is the best course of action. Got it. Can do. Unfortunately, oh, great. Okay. Just can't go through that door, no matter what. Oh no! There's literally, as far as I can tell, just this hallway at this point, right? Am I crazy? Am I missing something obvious?
And?
Oh, she yes-anded me. The ultimate mockery. I missed something in the small room. Okay, let's take a look. I guess I'm just out of ammo at some level now. I've made some mistakes. Mistakes were made. Ethan's pretty tough, all things considered. Okay. What have I missed? Lady Dimitrescu pack up dresses. Oh, duh. Okay.
Don't move now.
Too late. Thank you, Zach Maddock. I would have never ever found it. Okay. Oh man. Now things are getting spooky. Alright. First day working at the castle, I was most shocked to see the other staff were all women. The mistress and her daughters were very adamant they wouldn't bite. I may have done everything in my power not to look at that wall. I am immune to solving games sometimes. A little afraid. Oh no, another made mistake, and Miss Daniela slashed her face with a knife. Okay, this is probably a good time to craft. I mean, it's probably a good time to restore my game, but who has time for all that? We'll just craft ourselves a little bit of ammo. And hope for the best. Got 15 shots. I only need one. One perfect shot. Okay. Go, Ethan, go. Oh, that's very good. So it's a good time to craft. Craft. Anthony. You know, I wouldn't use that kind of vulgar language on stream. This is an all ages Jessident Evil stream. Oh man, I can't play with the phonograph? Don't you hate when you come across something in the world that's an unbreakable barrel? When so many barrels are breakable? Looks like some sort of sacrificial chamber. Guess I need to light both of the braziers. Like I'm at DQ. Hot eats, cool treats time. Sweet. Oh man, look at that. Imagine how difficult that probably was to construct. This is the most Resident Evil-ass design for a room in a house. It really is. I mean, that feels very much of this game's jam. Speaking of good time to crap. Covered in dry blood. It's not so bad. Ooh. Oh man, look at that awesome pig mask. They were having some fun down here. They were putting people on the rack and adding a pig mask for humiliation. Shitter's full. Arena, robust appetite. Mahalo, robust appetite. Lois, robust appetite. Ingrid, unstable. Unstable. Overly alert at times. I think, just picking up on context clues, I'm starting to think that these ladies are vampires. I don't know. Duh! Oh, it's just a body. No worries. I get the feeling the game expected us to unload a lot of handgun ammo on that vampire lady, because it's given us back an awful lot. That'll scrap. That'll scrap solid. Lichens? Whoop, pardon me, sir. Oh no! Or if this is a hurry along situation, more so than a stick around and fight situation. Ooh, but there's something here. Oh man, it's the crystal skull. Sweet. Hot bomb. That can come in handy. Stab, 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 stab. Stab, stab. Stab him, Ethan. Stab away. There you go. Oh, is that too small for me? A full-size boy? Hmm. Yeah, it seems like it might be. Okay. Doing great. Really nailing this situation. Ooh, Ingrid's necklace. Sweet, free necklace. So we're still going along with the ridiculous notion that these are werewolves and not zombies, huh? Oh, that's pretty. Alright. Doing good work down here. Oh, these are the Drained Maidens. That would explain why I found Ingrid's necklace. This checks out. Maybe my family photo? Will that get me through? It's never my family photo. What's the point of carrying around a family photo if it's never going to get you anywhere?
I can't believe Cassandra caused all this mess.
Me either. Okay. Back in action. Running away from this scary, scary lady. Yes.
Which tools do you prefer? Where are you going, little one?
Oh no.
Bullets cannot harm. You stupid man thing!
It's kind of unfortunate they did that for me rather than letting me... Uh-oh. Letting me figure it out. Landmine's not the solution.
I feel no pain.
Good.
I don't believe it. Not like this.
Sweet. We did it. Yeah, it's weird that it shot out the window in a cutscene there, rather than letting Ethan or the player figure that out. Yes, take that vile statue. Oh, has been shoot the other way. Okay, so there was some degree of cleverness to it. I just did not take advantage of it. That makes more sense. Alright. Sanguius Virginus. You can only assume that doesn't mean anything sinister. Okay. How about lockpicks from the Duke? There's an achievement for breaking every window in the house. Oh, man. Ooh, we have custom parts, you say. What part? Oh, did it just do it? Oh, select customized part. All right, we've upgraded. I thought they called me in high school. Sanguius Virginus, that's okay. In addition to being a all ages stream, this is also an abstinence only stream. So, just to let you know where I'm at. Okay, one daughter down. Doing great. Really just rocking this. More gunpowder. Kind of crafting more bullets, I wonder. Crafting. Sweet. Guess I should craft those too. As I continue to burn through health. As if I don't care. Sweet. Okay, well here we are. Back in this room. And this is still this room and this whole situation. And this was still the dining room that I just came from. Okay. Maybe I go back down to the main floor and use my crystal torso? Doesn't feel right. Although these are a bunch of torsos now that I think about it. I guess one for each daughter and... no. No, I don't feel like I've got anything to do here yet. Ooh, a map. I forgot we had such a thing. Let's see here. How does one pull up the map? Okay. Oops. Controls. Great, 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 great. This is what I needed. Oh yeah, we did see a wine room, eh? See if we can find that again. I don't think we've used the map yet. Let's see. It's not tab, which is always what I expect a map to be. Is it M? It's M. Okay. So this makes sense. Sweet. Oh, interesting. That's a very useful map. I'd start looking into this whole map concept. A courtyard key. For the courtyard Marriott, I can only assume. Okay. Let's see here. Search complete. Oh, sweet. Yeah, this is a lifesaver. Thank you, Zach Maddock. You are being, in general, a lifesaver. I very much appreciate it. Well, as long as we don't run afoul of the other two daughters or Lady D herself, we should be fine. Yeah, mask the angel's blinded gaze, and only then we'd be safe. So definitely a hint there. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. It is a pretty game. I'm really impressed by it so far in that regard. Okay, bed chamber's pretty good. Then it says something that I could lockpick, but I still don't have lockpicks on me. Oh, I should go save. Hey, dude.
Thanks to your consistent patronage, I've
Okay,
expanded my services.
let's open the
Welcome,
shop.
Ethan.
I still hate the Duke. Everything about it. Okay, we can probably sell the crystal skull and the crystal torso and Ingrid's necklace. Oh, I do have a lockpick now, though. That's interesting. Didn't realize I picked that up. So let's sell. Sweet. I knew this now, Three-Back. I just realized I have one lockpick.
Please do take a look at my new stock.
I was not prepared for that. How's it going, Three-Back? Good to see you, by the way. Okay. Guess I could use some shotgun shells.
Yes, I can see why you'd be interested in that.
Yeah, it makes my shotgun work.
Good day, then.
Okay.
Nice closet.
Thank you, Three-Back. This whole house is full of nice closets. Okay. Pickable stuff. Pickable stuff. Dispickable stuff. Maybe we'll go try to pick this lock. Dead ahead. Where was my pickable picky thing? Hey, the thing I just bought. Sweet. That's efficient. Okay, map. So there seems to be a possible exit up there. Just sprint that direction. I love the spin around move that I never actually bothered to use. This is absolutely true, Three-Back. They do need the gas station simulator lockpicking. What a waste. Okay, clearly so. Ooh, carriage gate. Where's that? Guess I still can't open this. Okay. I need to look at my map again. That looks like a dead end for now. Yeah, everything should be more like Gas Station Simulator as a good starting
Shall I
point
give
for...
you the tour?
Yes. Where are you? Follow me.
Throat, it's so dry.
Okay. The larder. Don't want to go in there. Sweet. Alright, we made it to the courtyard. Nothing bad could happen here. Jessident Evil. Thank you. Tag. Good to see you, Nick. Thank you for slapping the Jessident Evil sticker. It makes my day. We open for a family photo. Hope you're doing well. We are having a grand old time just exploring this spooky vampire mansion. Really enjoying ourselves. Okay, there is some sort of situation going on there. Which one was that? Okay, that is that lock. And then I keep hitting the wrong button. Guess for right now, we can't do anything out here. So let's go back inside. See if we bump into that spooky ooky lady again. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. See Truckzilla. Okay, this is where I defeated the last vampire lady. Oh yeah, it's been spooky so far. We've had lots of ladies chewing on our human body. We've suffered significantly more hand trauma since the last time you were here, so that's fun. Everything's locked from the other side. And Ethan is still a big old nerd. Just running laps. Doing his thing.
I won't last until dinner.
Me either. Joke's on you. Oh, great. I ran in a bad direction again. Okay. Uh-oh. Turn to bugs. I cast bug turn. No, that's exactly
My
right.
blood is pumping.
Ethan is just having one of those days where he's re-aggravating an existing injury over and over again. It's really pretty tragic. Okay. Follow me, bug lady. We need to find a room with some windows, I guess. Maybe the server room. Okay. Ugh, I hate that we're infested with flies. It's just so gross. Can't break that window because it has a bulletproof drape on it. My grandmother had those exact curtains. Oh no!
Yes!
Okay. Where do I need to go for this, I wonder? Invincible lace doilies, that's exactly what we have going on here. Classic in these old castles. Pretty much a staple of the castle experience. I need to find a room I can lure her into with windows, I guess, again. So I can open the windows, expose her to sunlight, profit. Oh!
You're finished.
Okay, not ideal. Puff Doilies is just a cute... I mean, that does sound like a name that your mom, or not your mom, anyone's mom. I don't know your mom personally, but I assume like any mom, that
so
chick's...
scary.
Okay. What do I do here? Hey, thank you, Kill. I appreciate the sub. Thank you for the support. Glad you could be here. Hope you're having a terrific Sunday. I'm just not getting the point of these puzzles. Right now, like, I can, not for the life of me, figure out where Ethan needs to be to deal with these vampire ladies. She is bugging me. She's bugging me way too much. There's a door in the courtyard. Of course, I remember precisely where the courtyard is, but just for everyone watching at home's benefit, I'll check it again on my map. Straight on through. To the other side. There's a door in the courtyard. Let's go, Ethan. Here we go. Okay, I thought I explored this earlier, and I guess I did not. Uh-oh. There goes tall vampire lady. We all love her. We can't wait to spend more time with her. That's coming soon. All right. We'll just head on upstairs. This is what I think of the big, tall vampire lady. Breaking her vases, and her vases. Stealing her stuff. Breaking out her windows.
What have you done to my daughter?
Well, I mean, what she was getting ready to do to me was much worse. For the record. Okay, another one of those horrible locked doors. Oh, castle map. Ah. Not bad. Now we have everything we need. And again, we're here in case our daughter happens to be in this castle. It's just a hunch. Ethan saw a castle and thought that'd be a great place to take a kidnapped child. Ooh, now this is a Resident Evil style room. I mean, if you're in the spooky vampire castle and you come to a well of blood, you go in, right? Oh, I hope he tracks blood once he gets out. Does he track blood? Nah, it looks like there's too much blood around to be sure. It's a cool room, though. You gotta hand it to them. They've got style. Bloodbath. It's literally a bloodbath. Little basins to wash off in after. This is great. I love the idea of Ethan popping in there and just like taking a quick little dip. Oh wait, here we go. There's a... Women are blind to male advances, but the poor shall take their chances to give their lord their bounty sown, so that soon the wine may flow. Okay, so that's great. We have a feudal system based on the actual surrendering of blood to one's feudal lord. Okay. Keep breaking out windows, Ethan. This is your key to success. or at the very least, it's a satisfying routine of vandalism that I could really get into. What new avenues have I unlocked here? Looks like there's a terrace up ahead. Maybe that's where the secret lies. To the terrace. First, let's just break some shit. Okay, it feels like the entrance to the terrace should be right about here. Somewhere. Or perhaps downstairs? Beneath this? Can I just get rid of this annoying grandfather clock? Ah, back here, eh? I don't think there's anything else I can interact with in here at the moment. Take care, Kill. It's good to see you. Oh, wait. We can examine things. Oh, here we go. Can I not turn that one? Oh, wait. Let's see. So, bottle, glass, people bringing grapes, I assume, and dude on a horse. Are there clues in the paintings? Oops. Slipped and fell in the bloodline again. Women are blind to male advances, but the poor shall take their chances. Okay. Women are blind to male advances. So, let's do this. Okay, so she's not going to face a male. But the poor shall take their chances. Okay. Aha! There we go. Oh, sweet. It's one of these situations. Again, just think about the contractor you have to hire to build this sort of stuff. It's really gotta be tough. And by the way, if you're just joining us, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm Jess. This is Resident Evil Village. Normally, I tend to play a few more, you know, retro point-and-click adventure-y type games. They're a little more my speed. I'm in over my head with Resident Evil Village, but I'm enjoying it so far. Glad you could be here. If you're new to the stream, consider dropping a follow as we wade through these pools of blood. Hope you're doing well. Uh-oh. Hey, Todd. Super quick plot summary. So we are Ethan Winters. a very generic protagonist whose wife was infected with some fungal nastiness in the last game. She was killed early on by Chris Redfield, Resident Evil franchise stalwart, and our daughter Rose was kidnapped. We found ourselves in some sort of fairy tale spooky world of zombies and monsters and things somewhere in Eastern or Central Europe. And now we've gone into a castle owned by a very tall vampire lady who is maybe has something to do with our daughter's disappearance. But right now we've kind of just barged in and started causing trouble. And we're being hunted by her and her vampire daughters. So that's the quick plot summary. Like Gabriel Knight, we're still dealing with a missing baby situation. Only Ethan's taking it a lot more seriously than Gabriel ever did. Where's that coming from? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? It's a pretty fun game so far. I'm terrible at the puzzle solving in it, but and puzzle solving here in like only the loosest sense of the word, but it's very spookity scaredy. Oh wait, I guess I could have done that, huh? That's great. Good job, Ethan. As always, you really nailed it. I'm the shooting jogger. That's right. I mean, honestly, how much easier would Gabriel Knight's job be if he just had a gun? First of all, a lot of his interrogations could go a lot quicker. If he was just like, I'll just shoot you if you don't tell me what I need to know. Come on, Mosley. Tell me what you know or I'll shoot you. All of a sudden, Gabriel Knight's mysteries run a lot more smoothly. Guns, what can't they do? Ah! Also, it's worth noting, Ethan just constantly is suffering hand trauma in this game. He's had, like, fingers bitten off. He's had himself suspended by hooks by his hands. I mean, he is really having a bad hand day. Ethan's future is not going to be in hand modeling. That much is for sure. That ship has sailed. Oh, no. It's worse than I thought. It's shotgun bad, baby. Man, these zombies are loaded. What does a zombie even need with coins? Just go through some more meat corridors. The way I came in. That guy did have a sword or axe or other sort of weapony situation, yes. To the distillery. Okay, now this is where I came in. Perfect. We've done a full loop. Okay. We've got this. Thanks to my expert sense of direction. We'll be back on track in no time, gang. And then it's onward and upward. So I don't know if Anthony, aka Bitter Alpaca, is still in the chat, but the Riftwalkers, Anthony, Damien, and I have been talking about possibly playing some Borderlands together at some point in the future. We aren't sure which Borderlands game we'll begin with, but we're excited to maybe try streaming some multiplayer Borderlands. I wonder if we can blow that up. Is that something like a mine would help with? Like it'd be really easy just to climb over that space. I just go over here and slip through the cracks? Yes. Hey, I think we did it. We solved their puzzle. We made short work of that guy. Oh man. This was worse than my chair. Alright, we're riding a dumbwaiter like Gabriel Knight. Workers just left a lot of stuff lying around, didn't they? So you have to too. We'll see. Anything's possible. Hello?
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda. Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
I love bad guys that communicate by telephone. Oh, man.
To hell with the ceremony! That man will pay for what he's done.
All right, great. It's going well. Oh, we can just barge right in there, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I can't go back that way now? Guess I should have peeked in that room before. Who's your telephone provider? Sprint. I think that probably will get a logo up at some point, like in Space Quest 5. Okay, decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family makes me want to shudder. I think I'm treated like a sister to those miscreants. Especially Heisenberg. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners. They slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. I need a drink, too.
Rose, where are you?
They have a bassinet. I mean, how upset can we be? They're clearly want to take care of the kid. Emperor Eisen, oh no! Oh, and I like the topical AT&T reference. Okay. Where to? I love that she just has a bunch of these backup dresses all over the house. I can really respect that. Nice wardrobe. We don't know that Rose is here. Man, Brian, Vampirizing is very good, though. That's better than any joke I could have ever made. Well, gang. Ding dang stuck. Map. Map. Perfect. Huh. I haven't figured out how to unlock any of these doors. They've given me nothing but grief. Locked from the other side. Is there anything I can do with this tipped over situation? I wonder what size shoes she wears. Won't let me jump back over there. At least not as far as I can tell. I think I'm just supposed to push forward for any jumpery that needs to be done. No down. Hey, Stan, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a great day. It's been a long Sunday here, but a pretty decent one. Is that a ladder to your left? Interesting question. Ladder, ladder. Is that a ladder? Good question. Is that what we're thinking of there? This piece? Nah, I don't think it is. I thought it was, but that was a good hunch. Why can't I ever pull a torch and reveal some sort of secret room? Why is that never an option? All I want to do here. Huh. Free cigarette holder. Don't know why in the world Ethan would not get that, because it's a very cool look. This can't be that hard. I mean, I'm trapped in one room. Zach, are you out there? You may be my only hope. Just a crank and a sigil. Yeah, no, that's right. Hey, Kevin, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Yeah, maybe there's a chessboard game I need to solve, and that will open it up. I don't know. How do you progress in a Resident Evil game? Because I'm almost certain I can't jump back over here. It doesn't seem to want to let me. Unless there's a jump button I don't know about. Again, I love that I'm playing with the mouse, and it just gives me... it gives me controller stuff. It's the other room where you're specifically avoiding looking at the right wall. Okay, this checks out. This usually is the case. Ah! Okay, Zach. Turns out this puzzle maybe isn't so tough. Thank you. But now what? Oh, that's pretty good. Oh.
There you are. All this for a child who isn't even here.
What the hell do...
You ungrateful, selfish wretch! You come into my house! You lay your filthy man hands on my daughters! And now you even try to steal my property! How dare
You know.
Rest while you can! Because I will hunt you, and I will break you!
Why don't you just finish this now?
Go ahead, do your worst.
Ethan, come on. Oh, man. I mean, I can totally see why this character became such a meme when this game came out. She's pretty wonderful. Like, just in every way. Ethan says, what the hell? I mean, yeah, he is living very much in a what the hell kind of situation. Break me and be okay. I mean, I wasn't saying that, but you said that, so I'm just repeating it. I'm not sure if my wife would let me play this game. It's funny, I had a brief moment where I was telling my wife that I might be playing Borderlands soon on stream. And she was really excited and said, oh, I might even appear on stream with you to play Borderlands. She's a Borderlands fan. We could play co-op together, and I told her that Anthony was going to be there. And she just, never mind, it's fine. Just go ahead and play. So, thanks a lot, Anthony, if you're still out there. You ruined some really great bonding time for my family by being yourself. So. Yeah, good, you are still here. Yeah, you were a deal breaker, it turns out. Here's the funniest thing in the world. Again, for those of you who've ever followed my Fortnite streams, you know Anthony and Damien and I play together occasionally. Used to play together more than we had in the past. But you gotta love being publicly shamed in front of an audience of over a dozen. But we convinced Damien to replace his dying PlayStation 4 with a Switch. And he absolutely hates it. And it's been pretty funny to watch. He's been saying mean things about Breath of the Wild, which I don't know about y'all, but I'm not one to cotton to that. I don't appreciate people saying bad things about Breath of the Wild, but he's like, he played it for 5 minutes, said, this is no good. Uh-oh.
Ah, shit!
Like I'd let you get away. You'll be sliced to ribbons before you ever see me, child.
I mean, it's just all hand
You
trauma.
will learn what it means to insult House Dimitrescu. Don't waste my time.
Oh no. You think Ethan would be in shock? Sweet, free hand. Uh-oh. Ooh. That didn't go great.
Apologize with your life.
So much for the good hand. Oh man. Anthony and Damien are the Lenny and Squiggy of this channel. Anthony will have no idea who that is, but I think Damien will appreciate it. He did very much boop his own severed hand off of that, but now I've got a free severed hand in my inventory. So, can't complain about that. Doesn't seem great. Did I actually use that? Or no? There we go. You unlocked it. Good job. Your right hand is unusable. Well. Hey, it's the Mask of Sorrow.
Running will get you nowhere.
Oh, wow. There it is. Ethan's got it. Hey, y'all. I mean, I'm looking at my own hand, and I'm thinking about what I know about human anatomy and the limit. I mean, I was a pre-med major for nearly an entire academic year at one point. Oh. I mean, sure. Yeah, he reattached his hand. Why not? Why not? Yeah, no, it happened in Resident Evil 7, so that does make sense. What's wrong with Ethan Winters? There's precedent. I mean, in a court of law, precedent is legally binding. So, emergency vinaigrette medicine. Yeah, he just poured on some Italian dressing. Oh, it's perfect. This is the best game I've ever played. Well, let's find out. Nerves are reattached and everything. Good. Good.
Screw this castle.
Oh man, screw this castle. It's the worst. I'm starting to hate this castle. Nothing good's happened to me ever since I got to this castle. Uh-oh. Take that, sword boy. Give me that money. Got bags in the coop. Okay, that's back outside again. Oh, pardon me. Discard and be Belinda's. Sweet. Well, let's just escape the castle. I'm supposed to be shocked by this, BT dubs. Okay, Natalia, is this the best game ever? I mean, it's pretty good. NGL, it's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, hello.
It's a pleasure to see you safe. How were things?
No sign of Rose.
I'm so sorry it turned out that way. Well, you'll find your way to her once you're out of this castle. Do you have need of anything for the road ahead?
Almost certainly.
Thanks to your consistent patronage, I've expanded my services.
Allow me to say once again, I do not like the Duke. Excuse me, Sword Belinda's. Okay, sell that. Got the big money now.
Uh-huh.
Probably should do some upgrades, huh? Yeah, it has big Governor Fat from Monkey Island 2 vibes. And as I was saying last time around, that's a character I really don't care for in Monkey Island, and don't care for this version of it too much either. Am I just not... do I have access to this yet? Guess that's why it's grayed out, huh? Okay, here we go. Upgrade our damage on this weapon.
Ah, it's fine. All finished.
Maybe our ammo capacity. There we go.
Pay me no mind.
Good day then.
Oh, an inventory capacity upgrade for 10,000. That probably would have been a good one. Of course, I'm doing okay there. I'm doing alrightish. Yeah, I still need to get out of this castle. This bad, bad castle. Oh, sweet. One down. Okay. Is Lady D still chasing me? I guess I have Lady D's key now. I wonder if I can open that lock that was out in the courtyard, or if I've already been through that. Uh-oh. Hey.
See, there you are.
Just run away. Ah, additional mask. Mask of pleasure. That doesn't look too pleasurable. Okay, now we're on the right track, y'all. Things are happening. We've got free silver ring. We're running from Lady D. We're breaking her vases. Stealing her stuff. Uh-oh, we're a little trapped in here now. But luckily... when Ethan closes the door, he opens a window, as it were. Ooh, armor. Man, if I were in a castle full of evil vampire ladies, and I just happened to walk into an armory, and there just happened to be some armor.
I was worried my sisters had gotten to you first.
No, they hadn't. I just found the armor.
Mother said stale, but I think you're delicious.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that, but a little busy. Okay, Ethan, let's do this thing.
My blood is pumping. I'll mount your head on my wall.
Please don't. To break it open with a powerful attack.
Did you say something?
No? Oh, man.
How's it feel?
Not great. What kind of powerful attack I need? I think it's not this.
Just like that. You're going to die here.
Not great. Oh no, we do fit.
Yes.
You gotta hand it to Ethan. He's had a rough day. He's doing his best. He did just reattach a hand, so he's doing well on that front, I guess. Oh no. Okay, we need a strong attack. What kind of strong attack do we have? I guess these are proximity mines, so that's not gonna work. Check your inventory. Good idea, good idea. We have plenty of blood. If I slap it with my family photo, that'll be the answer. I don't see anything that could easily be used. Wait. Silver ring. I don't think it's a silver ring, but it looks like I might be able to inspect this. And probably should while I can. Maybe not right now. Hold air. Free lockpick. Okay. I'm getting the feeling it's a shotgun blast. No, that does not seem to be.
That's perfect.
To avoid looking at the item you need to use. That sounds about right. Is it the mine? I haven't been able to figure out how to trigger the mine yet. That's perfect. Okay. The thing you have 3 of? Oh no, I have 3 of something. Oh, pipe bomb. Oh. I thought those were syringes of some sort.
You've ruined.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I know.
No, it's a lie.
Fake news, she says, and she does.
You will not get away. You're my prey.
We did it. Thank you, guys. Sweet free crystal torso. Can't move that back over, huh? Okay. I get out of here now. Ah. Oh, finally I get to pull something and maybe open up a passage? Sweet. Been wanting to do that for a while. Yeah, you know, Zach, this is a really good point. I wasn't quite sure earlier if maybe it was the light that was triggering the vampire weakness, but it's definitely vampires that don't like cold who've chosen to live in a wintry environment. It seems pretty questionable. Let's see, I guess that's that mask I already stole. Oh. Woo! Hey! Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Thank you to Gia. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but thank you very much for the raid. Let me send a shout out over that way. How are you tonight? Welcome, Raiders. I'm Jess, aka Decaf Jedi. Normally I stream retro point-and-click adventure games. Tonight I am, in honor of the spooky month of October, playing some Resident Evil Village. But welcome, Raiders. Glad you could be here. Thanks for dropping in. Oh gosh, you're playing some retro. What were you playing? Oh, it's a garlic bread raid. This is now the best raid I've ever heard of. Hey, old school Jay, good to see you. Space Quest 6. Oh, I am a longtime Space Quest fan. How's it been going so far? Are you enjoying the game? You have a channel point challenge. Hey, Wintermute, to play Stair Quest. Oh, now that's another fun game. I hope that channel point challenge never comes true because nobody should have to play Stair Quest. I love it and I hate it. You know, that's me with, you know, I love the Space Quest series. Space Quest 6 is not my favorite from the franchise, but, oh yeah. Yeah, I wrote one of the early walkthroughs for Space Quest 6 on the web way back in the day, but, no, I love the writing in it, but as a game, it doesn't hold up for me the way some of the other Space Quest games do. But still, it's a Space Quest game, so it's hard to feel too much ill will toward it. But welcome, Raiders. So glad you could be here. Ooh, Wintermute wrote a Jack and Daxter walkthrough. Now, that's pretty good stuff. But welcome, Raiders. So glad you could be here. If you do enjoy point-and-click adventure games, especially Sierra and LucasArts games, thanks for dropping by. Consider dropping a follow. Thank you again for the raid. So glad you could be here. It does have some hilarious bits. There's a bit eventually in the game, and I have no clue how far along you are. That's one of my favorite gags in the whole series. It's just a bit that I really enjoy that takes place in a brig at some point. So we are sealed in here. Oh wow, your walkthrough is published in the UK. Not bad. I need to put the mask back. Oh, just jump-started your stolen ship. Okay, so the brig portion with the decoy that takes place. That's the part I really love, is the decoy joke. I don't know what it is about it, but so can I not grab this mask yet? Yeah, I just love how ridiculous the whole thing is. It's such a weird, just bizarre idea for a game like this. Take a look at the skull. Oh. Ah, I see where we're going with this. Thank you. Zagmatic, you're a hero. Oh man, we've done it. Okay. That's really... Oh, no. All right. We can get out of here now. Oh, no. Old School Jay has redeemed Zombie Groan. This is where I give my best Zombie Groan. Yeah, it kind of has real puzzles. This is some serious stuff. You can tell they're real puzzles because I can't solve them. That's the sign of a real puzzle. I get my zombie grown in here for old school J though. Me. There we go. Thank you for redeeming that old school J. Okay, and thank you for the follows earlier, everyone. Oh. So glad the Raiders could be here. Guess we need to find more of the doors that have the Lady D lock on them, as it's known. Where are some more Lady D locks? There's one out in the courtyard. Tall lady, there she is. That's what we came for. Hey, Padre, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Oh no, it's a live performance. Okay, let's do this thing. Go, Ethan. You change the floor of the map. Aha. Of course you can. First floor, roof floor, penthouse, tower. There's a penthouse and a tower? What is going on in this place? Yeah, I guess I can place a couple more of the masks. But she really is not observant. Or is she? Pardon me.
See, there you are.
Yep, here I am. Going here with my old friend the Duke. Save my game. Okay. Mask of pleasure? Nope.
So we finally meet.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yes. Oh no! Suboptimal. I've run myself into a dead end. Cleverly. With my clever thinking and my cleverness. Pardon me, Lady D. Excuse-moi. Oh, hey. Why doesn't Ethan just pick up a sword? I mean, come on, Ethan. Okay. Excuse me. Here we go. This should be a new area. Just close that door behind us. We're doing great. She's mostly harmless. I would agree. I mean, I was able to just, like, blow right past her, so what's the worst that could happen? Oh, we have a map of the annex now. The learning annex section of the castle. Okay, here we go. Here we go. On Wednesday night this week, for Retro Adventure Wednesday, I'm going to be back with more Grim Fandango. I'm having a lot of fun with that one. It's my first time playing it, and boy, it's good. Be aware the mistress's lipstick is missing. Please return it to her bathroom. It's custom made, therefore very expensive. That's what I call flavor text. Take your hand off again and replace it with a sword. No, I mean, That's not unreasonable given everything that we've seen. Will Dimitrescu's key just open anything? Oh man. It doesn't open stuff in the annex. Ethan's just the worst. He's a horrible house guest. One day since treatment, the three girls have stopped moving. They seem almost dead. An insect flew out of the eldest's mouth. It appears to be a common fly. Okay, well, not. It's just a common house fly. All three bodies are covered in flies. The flies are consuming their flesh. When I opened a window, some of the flies dropped dead to the floor. It would seem the cold petrifies them. This is a great place for this hint to come into play. All three bodies have been completely consumed by the insects. All that's left is a dark, writhing, human-shaped mass of creatures. Gross. Ah, the massive insects have transformed into human bodies again. No harm, no foul. Wow. I've already decided their names. Bella, Danielle, and Cassandra. I'm excited for more Grim Fandango 2 Fit. It was really charming last time. Hey, thank you, Kevin, for the insider reference to Holler. Holler is a game that I've dreamed of making for years now. It's a story that I called forever my hillbilly zombie love story adventure game. Maybe someday Holler will actually come into being. We can all dream. Oh no, I just brought a knife to a sword party, but I won. Ooh, free rug. What else is there to explore up here? We'll leave no stone unturned. Okay, that's where I came in. I believe. I believe that to be where I came in. Out this way, we have this hall. They're not even vampires, there's a swarm of flies, yes. This checks out. You see those reflexes. There's some pro gamer stuff there. Ooh, flower swords ball. We got a flower swords ball. That's probably something. Who's to say? Ooh, enjoy your snack. Thanks for the lurk, and thanks again for the raid. I appreciate it. Okay. That's the secret on how to make fly zombies. Only the fly zombies. Ooh. Some kind of musicarium, as they were known. Some hot rusted scrap. Oh, here we go. Oh, man. Ethan will never play the piano again. Poor Ethan. Let's see. Every good boy does fine. FACE. That's an A. I think. That's C. E, E, F, G, A. Oh, okay, this isn't as tough as it looked. Ooh, Iron Insignia key. Okay, this is a true story. There's 9 movies called Vibrations about a musician who loses his hands in an accident but is given a set of robot hands so he can play the keyboard again. Become superstar DJ in Cyber Store. Oh, I hope this is how this game goes. Similar body structure to blowflies. Again, lots of hints that say they're subject to cold after we've already learned long ago that you can kill them with cold. Not the order I would have chosen for these hints. Alright. Well, that takes me all the way back around there. Good. Anything else in this room? Yes, it's still red, so there's still fun to be had here, it suggests. Is this where they do the floor show? Back here. It's fun dark, still active. That's right. Okay, let's see if that door is what our new key unlocks. Where is that door, though? That door. Okay, can I find that spot? Oh no!
Wait long.
No! I wasn't ready for. Oh no. Run, Ethan. It's literally the only way to search a vase is just to shatter it. I mean, that is accurate. That is simply fact. Ah, here we go. Is this where my new key works? It is. Okay, get in there, Ethan. Oh, no.
So you finally came to see me.
No.
Everyone falls for me in time. Ow! So mean! You really want to kill me?
Yeah. You really want to kill me?
Why are you doing this?
Because you're a monster. She didn't think I'd pull that off.
I don't want to die.
I'm sick of bugs.
Oh, what a great one-liner. Got her. I'm sick of bugs. Ethan Winter's the worst. Why'd it have to be bugs? Oh man, Ethan Winter really is like the absolute most generic protagonist imaginable. Okay. Hall of Joy. Perfect. Bugs, they're coursing around and they get everywhere, precisely. Okay, we're in the Hall of Joy, so I can't imagine anything too bad happening here. Joyful, joyful, I adore it. That looks ornate. Alright, sweet. Okay, we found another angel mask. You look ornate. I like anything but ornate. I look kind of haggard tonight. Uh-oh. That's a scary looking door. Ding ding, it's me, Ethan Winters. Let the 5 bells of this chamber ring out. Okay. 1 bell. 1 bell. Is breaking stuff also a bell? I'm gonna be like the Joker's henchman in Batman 89. Let's see here. That's 1 bell. I'd love to find some additional bells. 5 bells is what we're looking for. Hey, there's a bell. Classic. Classic. Is there a bell in the painting? Because that'd be pretty great. There's a bell. Nailed it. Great shot. Alright. 3 bells down. She's a bell. Nope. Turns out it wasn't wordplay. That'd be good, though. Oh, wait, there's a bell. Ding dong. It's a tiny bell. Ask not for whom the bell tolls, it tolls for Ethan. Okay, we're 1 bell short. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's a mean old snapping turtle. Is there another bell in there? Bell of the Tall. No, that's something, Grayson. I think you keep workshopping that and it'll be there. Hey, Tom Servo. This would take you so long to figure out. Oh, no. Am I on the tough bell? One final bell. 1 bell to rule them all. What if I shot the word bell on that note? Did I win on a technicality? Hey, Pat, look out the window. Where is the window? The quote-unquote window. Who doesn't want a giant spooky match? Oh. Oh, look at that. There you go. Thank you. I might have spent the rest of my life working on this. Thank you. Okay, what opened? Ah. Perfect. We have to go through a giant painting. That's pretty exciting. Okay. That bell was elusive. Yeah, no, that could have taken me years to figure out. I'm just gonna, I know myself. Free herb. Nice. Luckily, someone painted this ladder yellow, so I didn't miss it. That's a good point. It was not in the room, technically. How can I be held responsible for missing that? Wait, Ethan really climbs ladders in the most mechanical way possible, doesn't he? Of course, he's had a rough day. I guess maybe his hands aren't what they used to be. Treasure? Invisible. Oh no, Tom! No! Not like this. I heard there was something called the Dagger of Death's Flowers somewhere in this castle. An antique from the Middle Ages that's coded a concoction of poisons from across the continent. It's said to have been crafted to kill demons and monsters. It sounds fascinating, but no one knows where it is. Well, I'm fascinated. Ooh, is this a sniper rifle? Oh no, not enough room in my inventory. Okay, let's see here. Alt. Oh no. Okay. Shift, move. Okay. The game of Tetris that is Resident Evil inventory management is weirdly satisfying to me. Sweet. Oh. Oh, did it not save my changes earlier? Their items cannot be discarded in the discard area. Where's the discard area? Huh. Gotta move stuff, then click on the rifle. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Perfect. Actually have ammo for this thing? Ah, 4 shots. I'm unstoppable. We can build the stream together because nothing's going to stop me now. Okay. Oh no. We got one of these situations now. Tough window. Gross. Great, Crystal Wing, huh? Hey, Board Gaming Mama, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Let me give a shout out here to Board Gaming Mama, terrific streamer. If y'all aren't following, definitely get over there and do so. Thanks for dropping in. How are you doing this evening? Been playing more Nancy Drew Legend of the Crystal Skull. We found a Crystal Skull a little while ago, so we're having a great game. Okay. Sweet. Monster with money. Gotta love it. Ooh, elevator. Dude. Oh, man. I guess I'm supposed to be using my scope on these baddies. Ah, that's great. Yeah, my daughter's in bed, too, which is what allows me to stream. But no, doing great. Having a good day. I was telling everybody earlier I was out driving around all day. Driving home from Indiana, and kind of exhausted, but kind of in the mood to play a good spooky game, and here I am. Okay, knifing that guy out of the sky is probably not a good strategy. Oh no! Cut it out. Alright, let's use a med spray. Gross. Take a look at our map. Rooftops is where we is. Okay, and there was an elevator back behind us. Just started Biohazard. You know, I haven't played many Resident Evil games at all, but I've been having a lot of fun with this one. It's just, I guess it's what the kids call extra today. Just everything about it is extra. We're getting rich shooting down these vampire boys, though. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Ooh, this is exciting, just running around on rooftops. Like I'm Spider-Man or something. Did I reach maximum cash or something? I love a rooftop base. That's how you know you're in a classy castle. Yes, that's me, plugged into youth culture. I would say this game is extra AF. That's what us kids are saying nowadays. Us youths. Ooh, a pulley system. This looks dramatic. Go, go, Ethan Winners. Well done. Oh, and a free pulley. Look out, gang. And we got our mask. Mask of Rage.
Okay. I should be able to get out with these.
Alright. Where to now, though? Is the only question. Ah, a ladder. Don't mind if I do. Youths outside of Brooklyn. Hey, outside of Brooklyn, in this economy. Now I guess I just take an elevator down, because if so, I'm real happy with this. And as long as I don't have to face Lady D, I should be fine. Castle and a zipline. No, exactly. Yeah, that's all it takes to pique my curiosity, too. Tall vampire lady, castle, zipline, count me in. I'm here all day. That's all I need from a video game. Okay.
Stupid man thing! You
Oh,
won't
man.
live long, even if you run!
Well. Okay. Can I shoot her and run away from her? Is that a thing? Oh, she didn't seem to like that.
Place. Those little arms and legs.
Those little arms and legs. Oh, it's good. Run, 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 Ethan. Sweet. Okay. We can complete this puzzle and theoretically leave. Without our missing child. Sadly. We've never found that kid in here. So it turns out we just broke into someone's house and, as my mom would say, borrowed trouble. It's one of her favorite phrases. Don't go around borrowing trouble. And I think that's exactly what Ethan has done here. We have borrowed trouble. We have effed around. We have found out. Now the door should be open? No? Maybe? Yes? Possibly? Let's try our way out to a little bit more vandalism. Just some light vandalism on the exit. Okay. Good job, Ethan. You got away. I'm sure there will be no consequences for your actions here at Spooky Church. Yeah, let's just open this up and see what's going on. Oh, go to save room. That's a really great idea. Hey, there's that awesome dagger we heard about. Oh, I'll take that.
You've ruined everything!
Uh-oh. Well, we got one good stab with it. Oh no. This doesn't look great. How did I forget to go to the save room? Can I still? Oh, she's turned into a Resident Evil boss. Okay. You're fine, Ethan. Don't whine.
Looks like your outside matches your inside now.
Oh, got her. I really have nowhere to run.
You'll die a painful death.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Okay, let's see if we can craft something. This isn't great. Things could be better. Okay. Okay, what we need to do here. I've made a mistake, a series of mistakes. Maybe drop this. Okay, I thought I got rid of those. Okay, leave that right there. Graves cannot be discarded. Oh, I need this? Oh, that's like a dairy farmer. Okay, Ethan, we're just going to do what we can do. Good luck. Nothing like inventory management in the middle of what should be a very dramatic boss fight. Okay. Well, here's everything we need if we need it later. Where's my gun? Give me my gun. Where'd Lady D go? Does I have to run around the parapets? And thank you.
Besides Miranda, you're the only one to ever see me in this form. Too bad you'll pay for it with your life! Never forgive you!
Can I grab her by the tail and like throw her around like Mario 64 maybe?
Dare you talk about saving your daughter when you murdered mine!
She makes a compelling point. Oh no, she's doing the bug thing. That's not all, is it?
But you can't hide!
Oh, gross. Oh no, not this. Okay. She went about the dagger of the kids and stabbed her in the face. I think she's just generally angry with us. They need some distance there. Much too late for goodbye. Let's go, Lady D. Yeah, I think she's got tired of having this in her house, you know, which I get. House guests are uncomfortable. You just can't be yourself. You can't get in your normal routine. Oh no. Even got knocked over. Are all those supplies still lying around somewhere? Might need some more ammo in a minute. She isn't really trying hard to kill me. This has been a very nonchalant, like, attempted murder so far. For real? You human pest, she says. Okay. Not nice. Oh no, I'm out of that ammo too. She wants a painful death. Okay, well, we're running low on options here. For a good time on a long time.
Only hope. We won't hand her over to the likes of you.
Oh.
Not enough blood. More.
Oh no. I'm using it. Yes, let's run up the stairs.
Nowhere else to go, Ethan.
There's nowhere else to go, Ethan. All right.
Don't be shy. Show me your terror.
Okay. What's it gonna take?
Time to die. I'll eat you up, every last morsel.
No strafing, no strategy. Just shooting.
Winters. You'll never see your rose again. Succumb to your despair.
Succumb to your despair is a pretty good line. Did we do it? Gross. All right, sweet. Wow. Okay, well, that was it. We did it. Ethan's a hero. Has got an achievement called Again, the master of the one-liner strikes once more. You're the one who's cursed. Hey, Lady D. Bye, Felicia. Hey, Lady D, maybe it's you that's cursed. Maybe it's not me. But we did it. That's all that matters. Duke can reincarnated. Ooh, sweet. Some kind of lamp. Souvenir lamp. Ethan and I were your glue winners. That's about right.
Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
Yep, nothing bad could happen now. Ooh, a dirty flask. Gross. Okay. Is there a typewriter anywhere around here? Anyone see a typewriter? Look for Rose is our new quest. Please tell me there's a typewriter in this. Yes! Perfect! Woo! We have typed out a save file. And actually, this is probably a perfect place to end for tonight. Now that we've beaten Lady D, we've knocked out one of the key chapters of the game. I think this will be a great place to pause. Let's see here. Goodness, that was fun. This is such a crazy game. I'm really loving it. We did all that for nothing. You're absolutely right, Nick. None of this mattered. This is all just Ethan like playing a hunch that did not play out. So you know how it goes. You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you have to kill some vampires. But we tried. We did our best. But I'm about out of time for tonight. I will definitely be back on Wednesday night with Grim Fandango. I have a feeling I'm going to find something to play. Maybe more Resident Evil Village tomorrow night, though. So be sure to drop back in. For now, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the company. Thanks for the chats, the subs, everything like that. So glad to have you all with me. I was out of town all weekend and in the mood to stream, and glad you could join me now. Thanks for Resident Evil Village. I don't have a lot of folks live right now. If anyone has a a request or a suggestion for a raid, I am open to suggestions. So, is there anybody that y'all would recommend we raid over and say hello to? Because I would like to pass on the love if possible. Roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, no, it really has been. Ever since we reattached her hand, I haven't known what to think about all that. So. Goodness, let's see here. Looking around to see if I have anybody online. Wolf Conservation, Sarah, let's watch wolves sleep. Yeah, this is a game full of lichens, and Metalli, you recommended that last time. Why not? Let's raid over to a wolf conservation center. What better way to end the stream? For now, though, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Have a good evening.